Turkey says it will stop its offensive against the Kurds in Syria and make a U.S.-brokered ceasefire permanent. President Donald Trump calls it a major breakthrough towards achieving a better future for Syria and the Middle East. White House Correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. In exchange for the ceasefire, the president plans to lift economic sanctions on Turkey. The fighting between that country and the Kurds began after President Trump pulled U.S. troops from Syria, but now he says the U.S. deserves credit for achieving peace.
This was an outcome created by us, the United States, and nobody else, no other nation. Very simple. And we're willing to take blame, and we're also willing to take credit. This is something they've been trying to do for many, many decades.
According to Turkey, a 5-day ceasefire will now become permanent, and its attack on the Kurds in Syria will end.
However, you would also define the word permanent in that part of the world as somewhat questionable. We all understand that, but I do believe it will be permanent.
The United Nations says the fighting in northern Syria in the past 2 weeks caused over 176,000 people to flee. Thousands of those families are showing up at aid camps in northern Iraq. It all came after President Trump pulled U.S. troops backing Kurdish fighters off the northern Syria border.
Let someone else fight over this long, blood-stained sand.
Now Russia and Turkey will control the border and have demanded the Kurds move further back or face consequences. Some U.S. troops will stay in Syria to safeguard oil fields, and hundreds more are relocating to Iraq, but for how long is unclear. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has been critical of President Trump's Syria strategy. Today he wrote, "It is imperative we continue to partner with Kurdish forces to prevent ISIS from coming back. I do not trust or believe that Turkey, Russia, or Assad have the capability or the desire to protect America from radical Islamic threats like ISIS."
Other lawmakers also worry ISIS could regain strength after the U.S. pull out from Syria. We've been hearing reports of ISIS inmates escaping Kurdish prisons. Today, President Trump said he's received assurances that those prisoners are under strict lock and key. Wyatt.
White House Correspondent Mark Irons reporting. Thanks, Mark.